Hello, my friend. You have been seeing your periods 2 times in one cycle, and you are asking yourself, really, what does this mean? Obadde wakalaba periods zo emirundi ebiri mu menstrual cycle. Mu cycle emu olabyemu periods zo emirundi ebiri, olwadde emirundi ebiri, oli kwebuuza kino kiva ku ki? The causes of you seeing 2 times your periods could be actually very, very many, but I'm going to talk about the key causes of you seeing your periods 2 times in a menstrual cycle. The first is you could actually be having changes in your hormones. When I talk about the hormones specifically, I'm talking about the first hormone known as estrogen and then the next one known as progesterone. Mu bintu ebisobola okuba nga bivaako embeera eno n'obanga oli kulaba periods zo emirundi ebiri mu cycle emu, kiyinza okuba nga kiri kuva ku hormones. Hormone esoose gye njogeddeko yeno gye tuyise progesterone hormone, and then eyokubiri yeno gye tuyise estrogen. Omanya otya nti hormones zo zibalansinga oba tezibalansinga? Kiri very simple. Oba olina okuba nga okola test eya hormones, bagiyita fertility hormonal screen test. How can you tell that you are having challenges with your hormones? You specifically do 2 tests. Actually, you do 1 test. It's known as the fertility hormonal screen test. It's available in many of the clinics near you or hospitals or laboratories near you. You can always do this test and then you'll actually be advised by your doctor. Osobola okukola test eno era dokita wo ajja kuba akubuulira kiki ennyini kyaba azudde. So tukuddamu ekibuuzo ekyabuuziddwa omu ku mikwano gyaffe. Yagambye nti alaba periods ze emirundi ebiri mu mwezi, era ngambye nti kino tekiba nomo okulaba periods zo emirundi ebiri mu mwezi. Kiba kitegeeza nti wandibanga olinamuko ku buzibu ne hormones zo, n'ekirala wandibanga olinamuko obuzibu n'amajigo. Ng'amajigo galina issues, maybe tegali kubanga ga forminga bulungi, tegali kula bulungi, n'ekirala oyinza okusanga nga mulimu ebirwadde ebiri munda mu n'abaana. Many causes of you seeing your periods 2 times in a month or in one cycle could be actually due to also disease of the uterus, what we call uterine disease. Conditions like endometriosis can also bring about this. Gwe obanga obadde oli kwebuuza ki ekirala ekisobola okuvaako periods zo neziba nga tezibalansinga bulungi, oziraba emirundi ebiri, kiyinza okuba nga wadde still hormones zo tezibadde na buzibu bwonna, naye oyinza okuba nga olina ekirwadde kye tuyise ekya endometriosis. Endometriosis kitegeeza nti part of the endometrial tissue muli munda mu n'abaana, ennyama yaamo evaamu n'abaana n'etandika okuba nga ekulira ne mu bitundu ebirala nga mu byendabyo oba mu nseke. When we get part of your tissue growing outside the uterus, then we call this endometriosis. It's one of the causes of you having irregular periods. But remember, the only way to really tell or to confirm that you could be having any of these conditions is you do what we call a pelvic or gynecologic ultrasound scan. Omugaso gwoka engeri yokayoka gy'osobola okuzuula nti yes wandibanga olinamuko ku buzibu na bino bye tuyogeddeko ebirwadde, olina okuba nga okola scan gye tuyise pelvic oba gynecologic ultrasound scan, era dokita wo aba agenda kuba akubuulira ekyokukola. Ayinza okusalawo n'akola scan nga scan gye tuyise transabdominal oba transvaginal. Your doctor may decide to do actually a transabdominal ultrasound scan where the probe, whereby the probe is actually placed on your pelvic region on top of your skin, whereas also your doctor could opt to do what we call a transvaginal ultrasound scan. Transvaginal ultrasound scan, the probe, the ultrasound or the ultrasound scan probe, that stuff they use to insert inside your private parts, and then rotation will be done. As this is being done, images will be displayed onto the screen, onto the monitor of the ultrasound scan. dokita wo asobola okusalawo n'agamba nti alikola transvaginal ultrasound scan. Mu transvaginal ultrasound scan dokita wo ajja kukwata kagundi ke tuyita ka probe kaba kawanvu ajja kuba akateeka mu bitundu ebyekyama. Of course ajja kusooka akunnyonnyole biki ebigenda okuba nga bitakinga place, and then of course balina okuba nga bakalongoosako bulungi olema ate kuba nga ofuna ebirwadde ebirala byonna byonna. So normally dokita wo asobola okusalawo n'akambaza an aseptic medium, for example asobola okambaza nga condom, then from there naba nga akakozesa okuba nga scanninga okulaba buzibu ki obuli okutawaanya. Gerard Massa, the health educator, amanya aga channel omusawo Gerard Massa. The names of the channel are Omusawo Gerard Massa on YouTube. Remember to subscribe so that you do not miss new videos we upload every day. When we upload the new videos and you have subscribed, you will be the first to see these videos daily, every day. So the first question has been answered. Ekibuuzo ekisoose tukizeemu. Ekibuuzo kibadde nti excuse me, ekibuuzo kibadde nti kulaki oli kulaba periods zo emirundi ebiri mu mwezi, era neŋŋamba nti ekisobola okubanga kisoose oba ekisobola okubanga byebimu ebiri okuviirako embeera eno okubanga olaba periods zo emirundi ebiri mu mwezi biri: 1 okubanga olinamuko obuzibu ne hormones zo nga tezibalansinga. 2 uterine disease obanga olinamu ekirwadde ekyanabaana nakyo kisobola okuleeta obuzibu. For example endometriosis ndozo gitegeera kwe kubanga ekitundu ekyanabaana ekinyama kiri ekyomunda kyebayita endometrium okubanga ate kivuddemu kirikkulira ewalala. Ekirala okubanga maybe amajigo galina obuzibu, dysfunctional ovaries. Then of course n'ekirala kwe kubanga maybe ng'olina stress nyingi nnyo naye esobola okubanga ereeta embeera eyo n'obanga ofuna kye tuyita 2 periods, you see your periods 2 times in a month. Thanks a lot. We are proceeding with our next question. Remember to subscribe so that when I upload the videos, you will be the first to see them. And then also when you do subscribe, you will be able to be part of the family, Omusawo Gerard Massa family, YouTube family. Ojja kubanga kwegamba osobola okubanga obeera part of the family, obeerenga ofuna emisomo gyonna gyenteekayo buli kanaku oba buli kaseera ku YouTube nga twogera ku butya bw'osobola okubanga ofuna olubuto. So the next question is gestational sac at 6 weeks, how does it appear? Okay, the next question that has been asked by our viewer, by our subscriber is that how can you tell that a sac, that the pregnancy is at 6 weeks? Osobola otya okumanya olubuto oluli ku weeks omukaaga? Okay, ekibuuzo ekibuuziddwa omu ku baviewers baffe kiri nti osobola otya okumanya olubuto oluli ku weeks mukaaga? Jjukira naawe ng'obadde olinayo ekibuuzo kyonna mbadde nsaba ng'omaliriza okulaba vidiyo eno genda mu comments oteekeyo ekibuuzo kyo. If you do also have a question about fertility and you are asking yourself what should I do, you've moved from doctor to doctor but you're not getting clear answers, just go down in the comment section of this video and then type your question there. I will be able to answer your question as soon as I see it. You can also join me on my WhatsApp and then we shall actually look at doing a one-on-one consultation with you. And remember, it's only 15 USD to consult me. Obweyagala okuneebuuzaako mitwalo 5 gyokka egye Uganda, nja kuba nkuwa obudde bwonna nziremu ebibuuzo byonna by'oba olina. Naye n'oba ng'obadde tosobodde kufuna mitwalo 5, ng'obadde osobola okufuna emitwalo 3, tewali buzibu, tusobola okwogera ne tulaba butya bw'osobola okubanga oddibwamu ebibuuzo byonna. Ate n'ekirala mba nja kuwa obudde bwonna kuba mba ndaba abalwadde bangi, so naawe joininga obeerenga twogera, obeerenga osobola okubanga ofuna olubuto, ozuule ku lwaki olemeddwa okubanga ofuna olubuto. So the question is gestational sac at 6 weeks. Now if you've been asking yourself how can you tell that you are pregnant at 6 weeks, the only way to confirm this is by doing what we call an obstetric ultrasound scan. engeri yokka gy'osobola okuzuulamu nti wandibanga oli lubuto naye ate olubuto lunanga luli ku weeks 6 oba oyagala kikonfaminga olina okuba nga okola kye tuyita an obstetric ultrasound scan oba olina okuba nga okola scan. Ultrasound scan oba ka TV keekokakooka akajja okuba nga kalaga ekifaananyi ekituufu. An ultrasound scan is basically the best option for you if you are asking yourself, how can you tell? You are asking yourself, are you pregnant? You are expecting the pregnancy to be at least 5 weeks or 6 weeks. Do an ultrasound scan, and when you do the ultrasound scan, there's going to be features you are expected to see at 6 weeks. Oba okoze scan ku weeks 6 tusuubira nti ogenda kulaba akasawo ak'omwana ku weeks 6. If you do the ultrasound scan at 6 weeks, there should be actually a gestational sac. That is, if the baby is 1. If at all it's a twin pregnancy, then we expect to see 2 gestational sacs. Remember, the gestational sac is the sac where the baby is going to grow from. Is a sac that is actually going to act as a house for the growing baby. Okay, gestational sac ke kasawo omwana mwagenda okukulira kwe tuyita ennyumba, the house of the growing baby or the growing embryo. At 6 weeks, we expect to see a very small fetal pole. Mu weeks 6 tusuubira okuba nga tujja kulabamu akantu akatina akalinga ekiti akati k'ekibiriti ke tuyita the fetal pole. Bwe tuba tetukalabyemu, then chances ziri nti yandibanga waliwo obuzibu, naye dokita wo ajja kugamba nti teweeralikirira. Era if you do the ultrasound scan at 6 weeks and you do not see a fetal pole, you should actually not worry and come to conclusions that maybe this could be a problem. Chances are the baby would be still forming, okay? But remember, if you do have a history of repeated UTIs, you have a history of using emergency contraception, emergency pills. You've been taking plan A, you've been taking plan B, you've been taking Postina, and at 6 weeks you are pregnant with the baby, and then you're pregnant and you are not seeing a fetal pole, then there could be question marks. There's need to be concerned. Why? Because chances are these emergency pills could have interfered with your hormones. Obanga okoze scan eno ku weeks 6 naye ne bazuula nti omwana taliimu, tolina kweralikirira. Naye obanga obadde olina history ey'okubanga okozesa nnyo emergency pills, maybe olina history ey'okugyamu embuto, abortions, n'ekirala ng'obadde olina history ey'okubanga ofuna kye tuyita repeated UTIs oba UTIs ezitawona buli kiseera, olina okuba nga weeralikiriramuko kuba ebyo byonna bitataganya formation ey'omwana. Of course, olubuto lusobola okukula, tukkiriza Mukama nti olubuto lusobola okukula, naye olina okuba nga okwatagana n'abakugu. You have to get in touch with your doctor if you have a history of emergency pills, history of repeated UTIs, history of medications and several medications, and you are actually getting this, then you should actually get in touch with your fertility expert, with your gynecologist, a doctor near you. Jukira, ng'obadde okoze scan eno, dokita wo ajja kugamba nti lindamuko weeks endala 2 oba weeks endala 3. If you do the ultrasound scan and at 6 weeks we do not see anything inside the gestational sac, inside the baby's sac, then we advise that you actually wait for 2 weeks or even 3 weeks. And then you will do what we call a repeat ultrasound scan. Wakola scan eno neraga nti temuli mwana, please nsaba busabi lindamuko weeks 2 oba weeks 3 olyokoddemu okole scan endala. The repeat scan is going to be at 9 weeks because 6 plus 3 you get 9. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if you decide you can actually do it after 2 weeks, you repeat the scan after 2 weeks. 6 plus 2, 7, 8. So it means you repeat the next scan at 8 weeks. Ojja kuba oddamu scan eno ku weeks 8 oba ku weeks 9, that is 3 weeks doctors yakugambye olindemuko weeks endala 2 oba 3. If you repeat the ultrasound scan at 8 weeks or at 9 weeks and still there's actually and if you repeat the ultrasound, let's begin with the good side, the good part of it. if you repeat the ultrasound scan, at 8 weeks or at 9 weeks, and there's a fetal pole, there's an embryo, there's a growing baby, then that is actually very good news. And actually at this stage you should actually talk to your doctor whether they are seeing cardiac activity or the heartbeat inside. Woddamu n'okola scan ku weeks 8 oba ku weeks 9, yogera ne dokita wo ali okola scan, omubuuze dokita kiki olaba munda, omutima gw'omwana gukuba, cardiac activities, the heart working very well, can you see some small faint movements? Then if your doctor confirms that there's a cardiac activity, and then also your doctor confirms that there's life, there's signs of life inside the growing gestational sac, and then we actually need to really get ready for the next step. The next step is to really begin on antenatal care, and most likely we always recommend you begin on actually folic acid, but this should be prescribed by your doctor. Singa okola scan nituzuula nti yes, omwana mwali ku weeks ezo omwenda omwana mwali atandise okubanga of course n'omutima gukuba bulungi, doctor ali kulaba omwana mwali. At this stage we call this an embryo, and of course this embryo has a duct, it has a tube that connects it to the to the yolk sac, and this tube is what we call the vitelline duct. Some doctors recommend that we call it an omphalomesenteric duct, but this is more of medical. Let's not go into this. Doctors are recommending nti mulimo kubanga mulimo yolk sac, mulimo ne embryo, and then nga mulimo ne tube connecting ku yolk sac gye tuyita the vitelline duct. Na ebino bya kisawo tobigendamu. So at this stage you may be asking yourself, what do you need to do if you confirm that there is a live embryo? Number 1, begin on your folic acid supplements. You can actually begin on your folic acid, but this will be prescribed to you by your doctor. Some doctors recommend that you be on bed rest. I recommend you be on complete bed rest, and then of course you actually you should thank God, because God is the source of all good things happening, and of course we should also be thankful to God. Obanga obadde okoze scan nobanga yes olabye ng'omwana mwali, olina okukyebaliza Mukama. Of course namawulire negabanga si malungi, era still olina okubanga oweebaliza Mukama, because tosobola kumanya kulwaki kiba kituuseewo. We need to thank God at all times. You just may not know why something has happened, but we need to attach ourselves to God, because God is the source. So we are proceeding with our video. We are proceeding with our video lesson for today, and the question was the gestational sac at 6 weeks. Remember, we've moved on up to 9 weeks, and I hope you're okay with this. So if you do the scan at 8 weeks and there's no gestational, there's no fetal pole, there's no baby inside the growing sac, wakola scan ku weeks ezo 8 oba weeks 9 nengo omwana taliimo, what do we call this? This is what we call a blighted ovum. Blighted ovum, also known as an embryonic pregnancy, means that the pregnancy, the baby has failed to go inside the sac. This is not good news. What happens is that the uterus will expel the growing sac. It will actually expel the contents itself. Singa okola scan neraga nti ku weeks 8 omwana tanagendamu, weeks 8 weeks 9 omwana tagenzeemu, nabaana yo kennyini ejja kuba efulumya olubuto. Mawulire si malungi naye kiba kigenda kubeerawo kuba kiba kiganye. Nabaana kennyini esensinga Mukama yagitonda nti esensinga nemanya nti luno olubuto lusobola okweyongerayo oba nedda. Still, if you get this information that you are having what we call a blighted ovum or an embryonic pregnancy, the baby has failed to go inside the sac, you need to actually stay strong, because this is a trying moment. It's not a it's not a good moment. So you need to be strong. You need to understand that everything happens for a reason. Maybe there was an issue. Maybe the uterus detected that the growing embryo or the growing baby would actually result into maybe issues and all that. So it happens, and you need to stay strong in this moment. You need to connect yourself with God.